Hello everyone. Sorry for a little late. I had issue with OBS, which is basically everything was gone. Let me quickly get in the chat on the screen. Hello everyone. Sorry for a little late. I had issue with OBS, which is basically everything was. So all the people who are watching, please say hi, type your name, and if you already filled in the check-in and everything. I'm still doing this chat thing manually. I wish I had way to do it automatically. Here. Awesome. What? It's subscriber only. What? Wait, let me go back and see and check if I can change the setting. I don't think if I can. Let me check. Hmm. Comments. Okay, so now anyone can comment. Awesome. Awesome. So now I can see also who is commenting. Hello everyone, hello Chaos, Edward, Yumi, Milan, hello. A lot of guys. Hello. Hello. Nice. Like thank you very much for sharing. Hello Sami, hello Pratham. Hello Sambo. Also Ian Gaudi. Nice. Thank you very much for being here. And we will give like few minutes for other people to join and then we will start. Let me quickly post it in the Discord also. So everyone will get in if someone is not there. So yeah, like as in the chat, like because the subscriber only mode was on, so that was you are not able to comment in there. So now it might be. Let me just post in the link also. Okay. Awesome. Awesomely awesome. We have posted there. So just yeah, I am in Europe, in Czech Republic to be specific. Yeah, that's why Central European Time, CEST. Yeah, in everywhere in the post. Awesome. So there are like I haven't honestly like I wanted to keep it raw and really open to everyone. I had some ideas which I'm gonna basically discuss verbally mostly, but then I had planned about this before, like how to do this generally. Usually it was the similarly how we do the things, right? Like from block out to do go through the whole process. But I have a bunch of ideas other than that, so I will discuss that. Hello Vaishnav. Hello Rex Zaka. Great, you're joining from Argentina. That's awesome. So yeah, so we have almost 37 people now. That's awesome. That's awesome. and we'll wait like 1 more minute, and then I will just open up all the links and other things I wanted to share now, and then I'll share like what I was planning and how things are going. Okay. Okay. In the that's weird. If Ms. Shaker on the Discord chat basically said like you cannot send message, so it could be, I don't know. Should be because now it is open fully, and you can try, yeah, as Pragya said, you can try on the app, or you can try on the uh, logging in. Maybe if it's not login, or maybe some setting is there which is not allowing you to. No. Okay. So yeah, so before we jump into discussing all the thing about environment art and all the things, I wanted to talk about the timing first of all. So I will quickly share in the first people who will watch it and don't know about it, and do know about it. So, so here, like I will post in the top mid link in the chat, in case someone who is new here can join in. So if you go to this link, and here we have bootcamp, and you can join here still. So I was planning to turn it off, the new joinees, but I let it open. There are still people joining in every day, so I have an idea on how we can get new people without interrupting our bootcamp. So yeah, so you can join in from here. Here on the top we have our Discord link, and once you grab this, you will have all the steps which you will find here. How to do all the different things, like how you can post and where you need to post the comment and announcements and everything, so that you can post here. And yeah, and so that's basically straightforward, nothing too much. And we already have so many signups, like there are like 332, and there are from other sources also, so like almost four above 400 signups we had for this, so which is awesome. And now the first of all things, the timings. So it was great. We You see the most highlighted part is basically when most of the people are available, so that's why this live stream is also from 7 to 9, right? Because this is the same, right? And almost like more than 50% people are in this range. Okay. So basically all these days, maybe it could be, maybe like you saw other people are doing in the same time, and then that's why you picked that time also. It's maybe that. But I'm totally open if you want to pick other time where, like, I don't know, like it's so difficult to you know pick which one is missing from which day. But I'm mostly going with this thing. Yeah. But now we have to decide which days we need to do it. So I'm open to do it 2 or 3 days even, like, because in the start we need to do a lot of things, because there are a lot of people, which I'm really happy about. So basically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I was planning basically we can do. So basically this time slot fits with most of the people. But if there are like 10 people or more than 10 people, say like this time does not fit to our time slot, and we want to do it in other time slot, this link you can see also, like if you see here, and you can go to this link. Okay. And then you can read and see if what difference between the other people are. Okay. So you can basically tell me, okay, this time to this time we are like the more than like 10, 12 people, we are here, 10 artists are here, and we want to do it in this now, I will happily do a session at that time, right? But for now, I will follow this time slot. Okay, so I don't want people to be left out, right? Because there are many people from Eastern, or some are so many are from Western time zone, so it will be really difficult to manage everyone. That's why I don't want to leave anyone behind, and even that's why we decided to record it and leave it there, and yeah, for everybody to watch it and have fun. So yeah, so this time slot is there. So again, all the people who want to do it, just type in a comment in there, and then other people vote on it, and then we can shift the one of the session in a week to that time slot. So I'm totally open to that. Okay, and then any question, anything at this point? Anyone have any anyone who don't have this time slot as per their plan or schedule, they can comment in the chat, yes, or me, so I will know people are here, so who don't have this time slot. So that's there. Let me grab in another thing from the my so many tabs. Okay, so there is. mm, let me. mm, So what I did, I took all the comments. Okay, I took all the comments, and I feed it in the chat GPT. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so let people see also. Okay, so there are, let me move the chat a bit up. So okay, so what time zone are the signups in? Yep. So if you open up the link, then you will know what time zone it is. So it's mostly Central European time. It's my time zone it's showing, right? So, but like you can see it in your time zone if you open that link. Uh, Process of the Rodrigo, which process? Like the process to take the time slots, or the in bootcamp process? But like this is simple. It's showing my time zone basically. So let me just go back. Sorry, here. So basically, it's showing my time zone basically right now, I believe, because that's what I picked from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and that's what we are doing right now. So it is local time zone from my experience, right? Because this fit, it's like it will be midnight in India, and it will be morning in Western in the US and other places. So that side it is there, but we can discuss this thing surely, right? So that is there. So let me get to the chat GPT, right? So what I did is yeah, modeling process we will talk about, no worries. So basically, so I took all the comments from the chat, whoever have put all the suggestions and check-in basically from bootcamp check-ins, and I put it here in single document. I tell it, like, give me, you know basically what description and what concept are we should go with, and what are the three common tags are there. Okay, so it said, it gave this. Okay, so the urban and city environments, and post-apocalypse, abandoned, and fantasy and medieval. Yeah. And then for the tags, there are like realistic, sure, 70%. There is stylized, so we can do one particular session in a week for stylized people also. Although I don't have any professional experience in stylized, I did a few here and there, small freelances. But surely I will try to help from my experience or my thoughts, or as much as I can. And then modular was there, and organic like plants and everything was there. So this one was from it. So we can still do it this week. I'll say wait for the check-ins, and I can feed it in messages again, and we'll see what basically people want. So so basically this is what community wants. So mainly I did not prepare any document for the workflow basically, right? So we'll just jump into that now. Okay. So basically, initially when I launched the boot camp, I imagined there will be like 15, 20 people max, or 30, 40 signups will be there, and 10 to 15 people will join in, and around 10 people will work on it, more focusedly or more dedicatedly. So, and we will make one environment which I will pick, and we'll just go through it and follow through all the steps. And if you, I think I have this environment here, this course, right? So this have the basically all the process. Basically, that this is what I was going to focus on, and I posted this on my YouTube. I should have added the video here, which I can show you, share in the chat, in a minute. Yeah. So here, so here is the basically the course. It's on the document itself. It's here. Okay. So this is the like really old course, like 1 or 2 years old course I made. So basically it showcased from the block out, and then we detail the set one by one, we detail the scene, and then finalize. Basically to have all the steps, right? And I can provide this link to the chat, and you can grab it for free, and you can go through it as well. That's, I don't have any problem, to all the mentees who are putting effort basically. So first you have to start with something, then I can share this as well. So then, but I getting back to the point, I expected there will be like 10 to 15 people who will be joining and working on things. But you see, we had 400 plus signups, and then there are like more than 100 people already on the Discord server, and it's a lot. Okay, and everybody wants to learn different things, everybody want to work on different type of environment. That's why I put it into chat GPT and ask, give me a common thing, right? So what I wanted to work on was totally different. I wanted to work on something medieval, or fantasy, right? And organic for sure. But like there is like city thing is there, modular thing is there, that base people are mostly going for Last of Us, right? So now that can be really challenging, right? If I try to split into different environments, like what people want to make, like one abandoned Last of Us type, one fantasy medieval village, or Witcher type, and one organic which I wanted to make. And if we'll take another one, fantasy totally stylized, that gonna make like 4 or 5 environments which I have to manage, gonna make a lot of chaos, right? And that gonna burden me with more things. It is not like I will not enjoy it, but it will be a lot of work on my side, right? So as I said, like there are like so many interests came in, so I have to thought of alternate strategy, how we can into how we can get into this thing and help everybody throughout the thing, right? And I was going through some more from the concept art. That's what I also saw in there. Okay, so here's my idea for this. We can all pick our environments. So you pick your environment, I will pick my environment. Okay, and I will work on it. I will showcase what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, right? So I will give you a weekly update on what I am working on. So I will work on it as well as along with you guys. Okay, so that will motivate me to make a portfolio piece for my portfolio also, right? So I will share what I did, how I did it in that. Okay, and on the side of it, we will take a topic. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pick a topic. Like imagine someone say, we pick 3 topics based on the discussion which chat we have. I will open up the channels soon. So we'll pick, we suggest which workflow we want to do, right? Like imagine a modular structure we want to do, or maybe just creating a foliage, or maybe set dressing. So we'll pick all this topic, and then people will vote on it. Okay, so then that session we will discuss that workflow, that particular workflow. Like imagine it could be shaders only, it could be just lighting, right? So it could be anything. So basically we'll put it in the hand of community. What community decide, we're gonna do it. Okay, so we can, like for example, here I can open up a poll here right now. Okay, so then simply people can vote. Okay, so we gonna do this, and we on the chat we can either we can open up a new channel where we people discuss or drop in all the suggestions what they want to learn, and then we pick highest voted from there, discuss in the session, and then move on. The next session we pick the next one, most voted one, right? So like that we can help more people and cover almost all the things, right? Because that I feel is the best way possible to help everybody. uh, and everybody will learn new things, like even if it's not in their environment, they will learn something new in there, right? And then we will have feedback sessions separately, right? Or if we have time, then we can do the feedback session afterwards once we have covered the workflow. So in the feedback session we do the same way. People are going to sign up for the feedback, or people are going to post in there. We're going to make a weekly thread, so people post request the feedback in there. Okay, post a screenshot, and then we're going to do the whole session live here, and we're going to discuss, and we're going to give feedback one by one from top to bottom. Okay, I can go. I'm ready to go a little bit on overboard with the timing with that. In the start, we have to, because that's gonna take time to give feedback. And but again, so giving feedback to one person gonna help other people also, because it could be the similar type of feedbacks in the start, and then slowly, everybody can help each other in the chat. And for the threads in the Discord, so we have one channel for workflow suggestion, second will be for the feedback request, and third could be your own threads or tabs basically in there, where you gonna keep posting your work in progress, your what you're working on, and everything in there, so everybody can see each other there. So they can also comment, they can also suggest, like if they find link. So if I'm not there, community is there. So that's what I'm trying to uh, uh, that's what I'm planning to you know trying to make this community, right? And basically I help you with wherever anyone gets stuck, right? And I have one project, you have your project, and you will get feedback on the Discord server anyway, right? So if it's a major feedback, you're stuck, right? You don't know what to do there, you request a feedback. Okay. And if you're even stuck in that some technical aspect, you say like you don't know about the shaders. Okay, and then we're gonna make a new technical workflow post in there, and then people gonna vote with the reactions. So the more reaction it have, that we're gonna pick for the session. So I'm gonna show all the shaders and how blending shaders or all the tileable shaders, and then how we can apply it in the environment. Maybe it could be my environment, it could be I will take your project and I'm gonna do it on top of it, right? So that's what we can do also, like where you share the project and I will open it up and I will show you in there, right? And then I will can share you back and you can do it in your own by yourself again. So that's what is the overall plan of helping everybody and doing this thing, which I feel is really you know manageable basically, and I can help as many people as I can, right? So that's why I said, like, I kept it open the sign up, so if someone new join in, right, so they can join in from the session, they can see the all the chats all the people are working on in there, and then they can ask for feedback, they can ask for suggestions in the chat. So they will not, they don't have to start from start, and they can just do, they can surely watch the sessions for the previous thing. So that's how we're gonna also document, like imagine we will discuss tileable textures, we're gonna take that video, clip it out, we're gonna keep it in the Notion page basically, I'm gonna build, and we're gonna keep it there. So basically throughout the workflow we're gonna keep putting the workflows in there. So this is what we discussed on the blockout stage, these issues we had, this is how we sorted out. and then block out to asset creation, to texture creations, to shaders, to scene creations, everything. So basically we're gonna build this whole bootcamp together, basically, right? So it's bunch of workflows. Basically, we can send from one scene to other scene easily. They're transferable, basically, right? So let me know if you have a question. It's fine a while. So yeah, people are saying so only one timing. It's midnight for you. Yep. Yeah. That's I understand. Like I can shift some of one session on at 5 p.m. Like if depends on the people, like how I can do it from 6 to 8 also, right? So we can cover it up, and or you can request the feedback, and then I can do it in the uh, in the session, and you can watch it later on. Okay, and then you can again comment and ask anytime when the Discord server that is there. And I think it's a good way to everyone to understand. They can work on his own. Yes, definitely. That's what I also want. Like I don't want see if I create one environment and everybody will follow the same. That would have been possible if we do a certain type of, imagine I say, okay, we'll create forest, okay, and then 10 people who join in that project, everybody gonna make forest, right? So that it works in that way. But our is like everybody have their own vision, their own ideas. So I don't want to limit that to one thing, right? So that's what is, and it will be keep going on, right? So imagine the next time someone asks something like, oh, I don't know what about shaders, we say, okay, here's the video. And even before coming asking it to us, they can go to this Notion page that we're gonna keep editing, right? And in the meantime, like if someone share any resource or any good video, that also we're gonna add in there. So it's not just me, we add. So that's how we're gonna build basically the whole bootcamp doc. So the next time we can, so this sessions can keep going on for like years, like I wish to, and the new people can keep joining in, and this lovely community, all you guys who are watching this, gonna stay in the server, and those you guys gonna grow up, are gonna become awesome artists, and you're gonna help the community. So that's what I'm planning to build with this, actually. So blockout must be done in Unreal. I don't know how much I use Unreal properly yet. So far, the environment should be. I learn Unreal first. So basically, Pragya, yeah. So if it will be awesome if you can learn the basic of Unreal, how to import and how to make basic shader and how to set it up. Right. I already have a bootcamp, basic bootcamp done. If you can check my live on my channel, you can see in the live channel there are like one or two. We are already posting third video, so we have posted the bootcamp demo before, so you can watch that. It's basically learn the basic of Unreal and then watch that, and that will give you a good head start, right? Because we are not gonna cover basic of using the tools like Blender and anything. We can surely share what I'm using in there, but it is not based on that. It's basically a little bit mid-level to higher, right? So yeah, it will be awesome if you can just start playing with Unreal, and yeah. And chaos sauce, are these tutorials and info going to be mostly platform agnostic? I'm using specific. So yeah, so I use Blender for most of the things, and Unreal, sure. So these are the two software I use like every day. That's most of the time. Third is Speedtree and Substance Painter and ZBrush. Like that's the like five softwares which I use. But you can use Max or Maya, whichever you want to use. That's totally you're open to. Unreal, no choice. You have to work on Unreal. You can use Unity, but I haven't worked with the Unity from a long time, so I cannot help you much with that. But with Max and Maya, I can transfer the workflows. Like imagine I'm doing something in the Blender, then I can. If you don't know how to do it in Max or Maya, then I can help you with the links or stuff like that, right? And but I want you to come to Blender. So that Blender is awesome, and I'm also using it from past, I think, 5 6 years now. So it's awesome. Blender has given me a lot of stuff, so Blender is awesome. If you can start learning Blender, will be awesome, and I will help you as much as I can with that as well. Yeah. Substance will come way later on, right? Substance is industry standard also, so like it's not with the Blender and Max Maya, there are also there, but there is no good substitute of Painter and Designer yet, I believe, and every studio use it. So and if you see my channel for the speed tree, it's like the most common software in there. But I started learning Plant Factory and I tried out other things because in the few projects they said no speed tree, but it's mostly common. So until and unless if it's not asked by the company or by the workflow, it's mostly you have to use that software. There's no point of finding free alternative of Substance Painter because that's the one tool. Mari is there, but that is also paid, right? At the most, like every studio I worked on, they use Substance Painter and Designer, so there's no point of looking for a free alternative. I know there are Mixer is there and there is that Armory Paint is there, so those are there. But if they can get your work done, if you can get the things done in those tools also, even Blender have some add-ons which you can put dirt and blend materials and different shaders and everything. So if you can get things done with that, well, you're welcome. You don't need to do anything else. Okay. 3D code I never used it, so so it's out of the picture. So and then on my side, I also try to keep fewer tool as possible in the workflow, because if you're gonna use more tools, it's gonna prolong the workflow, and then gonna take more time. So like imagine if some people use Rism UV for UVing, right? And I'm not against it, but I don't use it. Why including another tool in the process? Then you have to export to Resin UV, and then you have to bring it back to the 3D software, then you have to export it. And that's what happened. Like most of the game studios I worked, they use Max and Maya, and I use Blender. So to export to game engine, you have to bring it to Max, and then you have to export. So I will rather use Max basically. So reducing the number of tools in the process gonna make the workflow faster. And yeah, Instamat is also there. Whichever get the result done is okay. You can use anything. Okay. And yes, we have worked on it one project. That's again same hand painted one. So we did that. Let me see if I you can still sculpt in Blender if you don't have Zebra. Yes, definitely. Like for simple sculpt and everything, you don't need to take it to ZBrush. Let me see if I missed any message from previous one. Uh, okay. I've been working in Maya, ZBrush, Painter, Marmoset, and I've been working on prop art. I never worked on environment, so it'd be great get bit of guidance on that. Yes. As course, yeah, definitely. Because that's the purpose. Like if you want a head start, you can again. We have posted already a bootcamp demo which we did last year, so that videos you can still watch. We are reposting those after editing in there, so you can watch it in the live or you can watch it here on the YouTube channel. So that will give you a head start, basically how to make the things in there. So there are already there are already so many good channels are there, but that will give you a good head start. And then if you're stuck, if you have any question, you can post, right? And pick something like whichever you want to work on, pick something, and will help you with that. You're trying to learn Blender, Chaos, and Unreal. It was always find actual workflow instead of. Yes, Blender is like basically like everybody who try to get into the Blender, they start with the donor tutorial, which is ugly. You don't have to, right? I already have. I think I have basic tutorial in there. Like I haven't posted. I recorded some. Basically, I can post in there. Basically, you just need to learn the tools. Basically, learn how to model. There are like 4 tools that you need to how to add loops, how to move, grab. Just get your muscle memory build around how to navigate in the Blender. So rest of the things will be fine. Like you just need tools, how to edit, how to use loop tool, how to use cut tool, and all the other things. So those will you need to wrap in. Like then you will come in how to unwrap and stuff. Don't overwhelm yourself with the tutorials. I would say just jump in the project is the best way. Okay, so yeah, so like you keep posting. We'll get back in there, and then for the starting plan, right? So uh, before discussing what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, which is again straightforward. What I wanted to discuss in the start is, other than this idea of going by the workflow and the feedback sessions, I have the idea like in the start I can keep more sessions, and like 3 session a week and longer, a little bit longer, to help you break down the environment. Right. So even if you watch the bootcamp demo on the channel, and if you see the thumbnail of this Q&A, that have this marking drawn, right? So if you're not sure how to proceed with your environment and how to break it down and get things done in there, I would say the best way will be, not the best way, but what I can do, I can help you with that basically. So 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 you can post in there like you don't know how to, proceed with your environment. You are not aware of it, even if after watching the bootcamp video, it's like 2 3 hours only. So you can watch that video even if you're not clear, still not clear about how to break it down your environment, how to proceed with it. Then what I can help you with breaking it down, right? So in the start, first few session, like next week, imagine next week I do a session every day on same time, right? Or maybe we shift our time from 5 to 7, and maybe a little bit more higher or later, so everyone can cover, to help them get the understanding how to break down the environment, how to proceed and build it, right? So like imagine we give 10 minutes to each environment. Okay, this is there, you can do this, and this is what you have to do, and yeah, just go ahead. So maybe that will give idea to other people also who are already building similar scenes and similar type of stuff. So this will give them idea also. So that's what I had, of one idea basically to start with. So the start of the bootcamp will be the just blockouts. So first week is the basically everyone reach to the blockout stage, right? Again, what is that, I will share soon. And then basically you get ahead, and next week onward we'll figure it out, okay, what we want to do, and which progress we want to go. I will share the workflow. Basically it will be the same for everybody, and but it depends on how big your environment is, how many assets it have, and what type of workflow it's going to use. But nevertheless it will going to be same for everybody. So the first, like, maybe I will say that 2 weeks we just get the blockouts done, like what all the assets will be there, what all the textures will be there, everything will be in place and in the Unreal, and then you have to make more. So basically it's by the composition level you make large scale assets, small, medium and a small scale asset, and micro level detail we will not touch. We'll touch that on the when we're gonna do the detail pass. So that's what my plan is. Like, how does that sound? Like, if we do more session in the start to help everybody to break down the environment, because as coach said, he have prop knowledge but don't have environment thing. So just to help all these people who want to get into environment, just to make that thought process and that mindset around how to study a concept art or reference. I also wish to finish my scene also with this boot camp. And yeah, so it's more people we're gonna keep posting in there, gonna keep motivating me to create things. And then I have knowledge with the software but a bit stuck with the process part and never done it before. It's okay. Yeah, that's why I'm here for. I'm here to get you unstuck. Don't worry, we'll go through it together. um Yeah, we're gonna do the process session. This is just the Q&A. Okay, so the don't worry. So I already have, as I said, I already have a bootcamp demo which I did last year. So even if you watch that, that will gonna give you a nice idea of the start of the progress, right? But the long term I will share. Uh, so T said this community seems to have a very diverse level of skills. Do you have any plan to help counter the gap of knowledge, having lesson that more basic to intermediate? Yes, yes. So basically, as I said, that's why I wanted to do it based on sessions and based on votes. right? So based on like basically workflow and the feedback session, basically everybody requests, and then we go by first come first serve plus the community votes. And for the most basic, I will cover some tips and tricks and what tools I use and how I do it in Blender or when we're gonna work on it. But I'm not gonna cover how to use the tools, right? And where the everything is. For that, we already will have you know already have so many tutorials and videos on the internet. So you ask in the chat and chat gonna help, as we already have diverse community which know a lot of stuff. Even I don't admit, I will admit I don't know everything, right? I will never say that I know everything. So but all the knowledge is on the internet, I will say. That's why it's like you can start using these AI tools like chat gpt and other things. You can just type in the comment and say give me the YouTube video, it's gonna give you, right? So simply that is awesome. And even Google search simply can help you. But if you're still not able to find it, ask in the chat, and that the community gonna help. Okay, if community is not able to help and we are not able to find anything, then we're gonna do it together, right? We can jump in on the back or we can test it. If I'm not able to find the solution, if I don't have the solution also, then I will sit and just try to find the solution. Okay, I will ask all the people, experienced people I know, all my ex-colleagues and friends, and then we try to find it. That's how the community works, right? But again, not gonna cover basic how to use software and tools things, but I'm gonna showcase how you can use the basic tools to create environment and how to achieve what you want to achieve. Basically, that I will surely cover. Would we get offline recordings after the live bootcamp later in case someone misses something? Yes, yes. Pratmesh, yes, it will be available on YouTube always, so you can go in live section in there, and we're gonna create recordings. Also, gonna make the cutouts, small videos. We're gonna post it in the on the Notion. We're gonna make the basically the whole thing. Uh, I agree with the offline recording, and I also like the idea of working on the portfolio piece in the tandem with the illustrator. Uh, Helps keep it relevant. Thank you. Yes, surely. Uh, Sessions for basic stuff sounds good. Yeah, I'm not sure like how basics stuff you're talking about. Like if it's really basic or basics of environment art, right? So that we're gonna cover, but we're not gonna cover basic of every tool. Basic of Unreal, basic of Blender, Max, Maya, and how to do texturing in Painter, and what layers are, what smart materials are. No, those we are not going to cover. We're not cover. We're just gonna import, bake, and just cover the process how we do the basically what my thought process is like when I texture the prop basically. um Martina said, I'm not really skilled at modeling. Should I create also from scratch? Yeah, I'm So that's a good question, Martina. Basically, you don't have to, because as an environment artist, we create environment assets, right? Because I tend to use asset from Sketchfab and other places. Even if you watch my last bootcamp, I use a lot of asset from Sketchfab. All credit given, like we had a screen share and we know what asset we grabbed, so all their name and everything is there. So we don't have like it's a huge list. We cannot credit everyone, but is there like you can keep it in somewhere else. So if you can use from Quixel, you can use from Sketchfab, you can use from other sources from marketplace. Basically, whichever assets you have, you can author them, polish them, change the textures and everything as per your scene and your environment. That will work. So as in the professional process, we have prop artists and environment artists, two different departments, and that's there for reason, because props are a lot of work. There are like more prop artists than environment artists, and our job is to make big picture. So we cannot focus on every small prop. So you can pick few like a hero props which you can make, which will help you also shine in there. But all the other small props and debris and everything you can use from the sources with proper credit given where from you used it, and from which artist you used it. So basically that also will be appreciated, but you don't have to create everything, because again that's what I shared in the start. Like some environment will be big, some will be small, some will have more props, some will have less. So you have to choose wisely. So focus on environment process. I will help you figure out like what we do in environment, what we don't. So that will help, right? So it's a good question. Fortunately for me, I have the most of the knowledge, but we end up going modular. That's where I definitely need help. I've been struggling with modularity forever. It's okay, Rodrigo. Yes, that's one basically the workflow. Basically, that we can request and we can work on it, and whole session will be about modularity. So then if we say like, okay, we understand, but how to make this modular in the modular way, and then we can look at some use cases or what we say scenarios, basically how we can convert something into modular stuff, so that we can look there as well. And which is also like to go for environment. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I can help, surely, surely. As Coach said, we'll be having the sessions in YouTube only. Yes. Before I was planning to do it on Zoom or Meet on other places, like basically hidden, right? But then, yeah. So I said like, most of the people say record it, right? So it's gonna available for everybody. So why not? I said you do it on YouTube, right? And just keep it there, and I will record it also. So in case it just not good quality, I will share the recordings with you guys, and then you can watch it offline. I will share the link. Basically, I will maintain every session uh, on Drive, and then you can access it basically easily. And yeah, so that's basically the purpose. And YouTube, we already again the reason for the YouTube, because I was trying to bring the community to YouTube and Discord. So basically I wanted to link and make them like, basically whoever is on Discord knows that we have a YouTube channel, and everybody who's on YouTube knows that we have a Discord channel. So it's interlink I wanted to do. So that's the best way to do it in this way. We collaborate on talk on Discord, and then everything happens, all the talks and everything and sessions happens on YouTube. So both, from both sides, so anyone who watch this video on YouTube will know that we have a Discord channel. So then they're going to join the Discord channel, and then we're going to build the community around it. So that was my idea, and this I think is the best way, and you guys showing up is the best thing ever. And and Sarah said, when will the first session in the bootcamp start? Sorry, I'm already answered the question. No, Sarah. So basically next week, right? So next week we will have this session again. Next week could be it could be the same, or it could be we take different type of example, and I help everybody to understand the block out and thought process and break down the environment. So next week we're gonna start with the first session. And again, the day, like it could be the 3 days, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 days I can keep, or even if I need to, I can keep it like every day, but in different timings. Like some in the morning, some in the afternoon, and some at the same time as we are doing right now. So we can cover everybody, right? So they can up and running. So yeah, but mostly I want to keep it at the same time, because everybody, like more than 50%, I believe, voted on the this time which we are doing right now, so that I want to keep. uh Milan asks, what are your plans for saving files and all? Are you having the local save, or is there a same way you can file the save position just in case? Yes, for the files, what we gonna work on, like my files or your files. I suggest to use OneDrive or Google Drive or something. You can install use the OneDrive, but I'm not using different thing. You can different setups. But you can keep in there. You have 5 GB. You can keep the project in there. On OneDrive, you have 15 GB, so you can keep backing up there in there as well. So it's you can, but for all the these videos and everything gonna be on the OneDrive, right? Or my or local server. Basically you can access it there. It's a resilient thing basically. So I will share like how you can have to create, you need to create an account basically, and then you can simply sync. Basically it's just like Perforce, but it's much simpler and easy option in there. So yeah, so everything will be there. You can access anything anytime from there. Farhan asked, like, are you going to cover clean sheet? Yes, that's gonna be in one of the workflows. If more people suggest, like, okay, we need to know clean sheets now, and then people vote for it, and then we're gonna make it do it in one session about clean sheets only. Prathamesh, sir, I have a couple of I have created a couple of environment. I know modular transition, awesome. My problem is that I won't feel like high and finished product. There was something with it. That's awesome. Like that's why we have community. Like that happened to me also when I was starting up with the environment, because when you work on one thing for a long time, you have this. You know, emptiness. Basically, you don't know what to do next. That's when you need the feedback. That's why I use the polycount discord server to post the work, and then people, commented on my work, and they gave suggestion, they gave feedback. And yeah, so it improved. So all the areas you could not see, other people have. I will be there, and all the I know there are like all more awesome people than me are there in the community. And I saw the portfolios of the people who are joining. I could not comment, but I saw the property. There are awesome people in there, so they can surely help you giving feedback as well. Um, Um, uh, T asked, what should we prepare before the first session? Um, Make sure you have checked in. You have posted your screenshot or your idea or your link of your concept art which you want to work on. It could be image, it could be your own idea. If it's your own idea, make a Google Doc and share that link in there so we can see what that idea is. And if it's simply a concept art, just post the link in the chat and just say just do proper check in the check bootcamp check-in channel. And Edward said, I just started collecting references in the pure ref. Other than that, what should we prepare before the first session? The same thing. um, what I believe is just starting up helps really well. Like some people, surely references help, and so many artists say like that your work, the more references you have, more better work you will have. But I tend to just start with the thing. Okay, I will just go with the flow. I'll say just take the very first image or reference you have, just make it as is, and then slowly when you will be working on it, you will get ideas. You will know what to improve in there, what to change, and how to change. You will get those ideas, and you will find more references and more things. So your main idea will stay around that concept art, but you can add things, you can improve things, because you have to stop at one point, so you're gonna keep improving or keep adding things to keep, otherwise it will keep going, right? So that's why I would say just start with your first instinct and first idea, whatever you have, just start with that. The more clear concept art or image or reference you have, more easier it will be for you to start. Okay. And if you uh, gonna make something from your imagination, the more you have to gather the reference. Otherwise we don't know, right, what is going on in your head. So that you have to either bring in by sketching something on the paper, or maybe you know, finding a bunch of images and kit bashing in the Photoshop or any image editing tools, cropping up, making a matte painting, something like that. You have to create the concept art by yourself so we can see what you want to visualize. Or you have to just jump in into the 3D and then showcase, okay, this is what I want to make, and then you take the screenshot and you paint over it. So something like that. So that's basically different, but I'll suggest like you use, if it's your first environment, then pick a concept art. That much of let me share the the concept art collection I have. Okay, and you can just pick something from there. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Mhm. Okay, so these are all the concept art I collected throughout the years. There are some AI ones also. Don't to mind that. Okay, so here, so you can go to this link. There are like I don't know how many. There are about thousands of concept that I collected, which I ever wanted. So even if you create those, that are gonna make me happy. Like okay, someone made it. Okay, so I was part of it, so that's gonna make me happy. So you can pick something which help you. They're like easily 2-3 thousand are there. Let me see. Um Yeah, there are almost 2000 different posts out there. So yeah, so you pick something from there. Do you see that purchasing substance or quicksell mixer can do the job considering it's free? Again, you don't have to purchase. I'm really root for free tools. Blender, although I pay for I donate to Blender Foundation for the awesome thing, but surely if you can get things done in Quixel Mixer, then use it. It's okay. And as we suggested, like there are some of the tools which can do in Blender add-ons. There are which can do the same type of thing. You can create multiple material and then you can blend in, put the dirt, and use the mask and everything. That's one-time payment. Still, it's much better. And there is Armory Paint is also there, and there are some Instamat stuff like that. If that can uh, get the basic stuff done, uh, why not? You don't need to buy a substance. If you cannot afford it, then surely don't. Okay, so if you can afford it, I know it's really not a very affordable price for a student or a young artist. So I would suggest go with the free options. Okay. Thanks, anonymous mouse. Nice. So yeah, go to for um. Yes, I don't want to say it publicly, but Ghost as Ghost said, help yourself. Community support each other. That's the best way. Ah, it's okay. uh, yeah, Uh, or you go to Silk Road. Yeah, that will be the best place to get everything. No need to install Tor also. Ah, nice. Awesome. So, yeah. So let's discuss the workflow. Okay. Actually, I honestly I did not make any, but bear with me. Okay. Because again, it was not about making the workflow. I will open up. I will showcase my old thingy, and and we're gonna look at basically CGMA basically. Uh, where is my progress? This is one. Where is my progress? Progress GIF here. Okay, okay. Okay, you see this one? This is the concept of Rafael Lacoste. I'm making it clear before they jump on me. I have a controversy on LinkedIn just uh, last week. I posted this and then everybody just jump on me that I stole Rafael Lacoste's artwork. Oh, that was the I'm not even famous. I had a controversy. That was awesome. That was not nice. Like so many people reached out to me and said like, "Oh, what happened? Why people are jumping on you and ripping you apart?" I was like, "I don't know. I just posted my work." Oh yeah, yeah. Say chat. Say. I want to know in the chat. I will share what happened. What happened. So I will make you a part of that controversy. Also, don't comment anything. It will escalate again. Okay. So don't look for it. I don't want. Okay. So this is basically my most admirable environment. I will just showcase which one it is. So it's this one. It's my North Kingdom, right? So this is the basically the environment, and it have everything. I put everything in there, my thing, and this is my student work, right? So when I graduated, this is was my best work. So you look at that, and I was so proud of it. And even this was in my portfolio when I was looking for my first job. When I even got my first job, awesomeness, no? So look how close it is. Perfect. So yeah, not just doing too much stuff. So I will open up. So basically, just quickly uh, watch it. Okay, so you will know. I will just pause it again. So this is a concept, and this is basically the same stuff I have in Maya. I made that in Maya. I brought it in Unreal. So this is what mesh I had uh, uh, from my previous scene. So I brought it in Unreal. So this is the block out. This is what block out look like. So this is what you're gonna create in the first stage. There are like some stuff missing in the back that also you're gonna create. I believe that's the second. See this one. Yeah, till this one. So this is from the conceptor to this stage. You're gonna come from the block out. So this is the block out stage, right? It's like a little bit more detailed. Like you don't need these all tiny ridges and everything. This much detail is not needed. It's just the blocky mesh, like something that covers the proportions and the scale of things. So that's what we're gonna create, right? And then, like for the tree, you see, like I created simple from a sphere and make it like that, and I put, and this mountain is the simple one. From there, I created a new world machine. I created in there, but it's there. Okay, so the simple tree from speed tree and is there. So everything I just placed around and just see how it look. Okay, so that's the first step. Okay, so that will be for the next week in there. Okay, and then you see what I started in. I knew I didn't knew the environment workflow also. So what I knew about this, I made this props unique. Okay, and then I created one tileable texture by sculpting and substance designer. That workflow we can discuss anyway. And I placed it on the top. This is unique, and this is tileable texture on there, and this is another tileable texture, and this another one image texture I placed. So what I'm doing at this stage is basically bringing everything texture. So I will select at this stage you will have block out rock textures here, some in there, and then one by one. This I spent too much time on this arch, right? You see now we have texture on there, texture on rock. So this stage what we want to become a second block out, basically texture block out, basically I call it, where you know all the different tileable textures you need, and you define, okay, this prop will be tileable, or this prop will be unique textures or trim textures, whichever that will be planned on this stage, the second part. Okay, so that's stage we're gonna reach on the second week or third week maybe. So if the blockout prolongs to 2 weeks, in the third week, this is the thing. So I will just call it second week. Okay, and now you see what I'm doing here is proving one prop at a time. So you see this floor one is worked on. This tree you look more subsurfacing and everything, right? You will see one by one each prop gonna be worked on, right? You see I worked on rock, and then I worked on this, and then worked on this, and play some more props. So this is like the behind mountains are polished, and then now there is a blended texture is there, some debris is there. This one is improved, that is after feedback basically. So every week we're gonna pick something, and there will be more. We're gonna keep improving all the different set. So at this stage, like the like few weeks in between, like after like I will say like 3 to 4 weeks, basically we're gonna polish all the assets, polish all the textures, and we're gonna look how everything looks with the polished things, and then we can try to blend them. Like that's the main thing. So that we try to blend them. So like if the textures are too off from the other textures, right? So imagine like I use this brown dirt, but it where from this brown dirt come is a question, right? So that's something like that. So if the rock are of this color, then it should be sandstone color basically in there. So that's basically we start to blend, and then we do the lighting pass, first lighting pass after the block out, and then we keep working on the passes and passes and passes on top. And the if we see something is not working out, like those rocks were too noisy, and I got the feedback that just tone them down. So I worked on those and I improved those. And you have your finished scene in 10 weeks, I believe, right? And depending on the scene. This one is basically whatever you see in the camera is what I made. So we will not go beyond the camera. So I will start, if you see your first environment, just stick to the camera, don't go beyond the camera. So that's will be awesome. You can go a little bit as I did also. I just turn the camera here and there, but it's still on that same level. So on the distance what is there, it's just emptiness in between these different layers. And yeah, so yeah, so this wireframe and everything. But yeah, cool. So that's basically the workflow. So if I get back and see what people are asking. Okay. If people are looking for a cheaper option of Substance, there is the Steam version. Yes, yes. Steam version is awesome. Yeah, you don't have to pay subscription. It's like one time for a year, I think. And just wait for the, I think, discount session also. Even older version is fine. You don't need to take the latest version as well. And usually full support for upper the year the first release, right? Yes, 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 yes. I think Substance had the student version for a year. The check, yeah. If you, yeah, they made it difficult. Like you have to get the ID and everything is difficult. Why can't they just give, like when you say like, okay, I'm a student, they can just simply give it for 1 year. Uh, Rodrigo, I assure you, everybody love controversies, right? Yeah, I wanted to make a separate video also it, on my channel, like, because I was so confused by this thing and baffled also, like why this happened and what should we do. Like if I posted that thing for a long time, but it's okay. What's the average time to make an environment and the kind of scale? This kind of scale. I want to learn how to efficient my asset creation for the environment. So this took so what I suggest so if you come here, there's awesome people who give me feedback and his Rafael request concept that again. But here you go to this polycount link, okay, and you come to the top, and here I posted in 2018 April, and you will see it's I post work in progress here and there. In between, there will be gap because I participated in two different art station challenges. So you see, I have made the good progress in there, and I asked for feedback, and people gave feedback, which was awesome. And you will see this already August of 2018 is already how many months? Like 4 or 5 months passed. It's October 2028. As I said, in between there were art station challenges, so don't think like I'm working continuously on those. But like here from October I'm posting regularly, so that means I'm working on it. On November I worked on, and November again I got feedback. It's January again there's a gap because I was somewhere, I didn't work on it in between. So then I worked on it in the Jan, is there. So I would say like if you have good support from the community like we have, and whenever you get stuck, the community will help you unstuck, and you can put efforts. I will say 1 to 2 months are good enough to make this type of environment. It's only the part is you will take is the learning thing. So if you have so much to learn new things, that is going to take time. So you add that time plus working on things. So yeah, if you know some things, then again 1 to 2 months, and depending on the larger it's there like 3 to 4 months also it can take in there. uh, do you normally make all the blockouts in Blender and then take it to Unreal, or you use the kind of terrain generator important assets? I make for my all of the environment and everything. I made everything by myself by hand from Blender. I use some asset from Sketchfab as blockout. Right, you take it from Sketchfab and use them as blockout, and then you replace it later on with the beautiful assets. Because you say, like, okay, this chair, there is a chair. You need a chair. You go to Sketchfab and download any chair, and you just check the scale and just take it to your scene, okay, as a block art, because you just need to see how the space look like, right? That's the most important part. Like first you want to see how the big picture, how the whole overall picture look like, everything together, right? So that's what I do. So mostly I model manually, and for all the project in the game project also, and then we, for the terrain generator and everything, we use that. And what I use, if I need to block out, I make the terrain and sculpt it in Unreal itself, and then we export it, put erosion and everything, bring it back. That's what we do in there. And that's also a separate area of world artists. Again, there are different branches of environment. Like it's world artists, we're going to make foliage, rocks and terrain. Environment are going to make buildings, textures, roads, all the stuff. Prop art is gonna make all the props and everything, and the vegetation art is gonna make all the trees and plants and grass and flowers. Yeah, and technical art is going to help us with the shaders and everything. But for the personal work, we have to do ourselves. So what we're going to do, we're going to share resources to the community. Like imagine someone have made already the shader, right? You don't have to make it again. So if I made the basic shader, you can use it basically. So because that's technical artist job, you understand, you try it out, you know how material shader graph work, how master material, how instance material works. enough. You don't need to get your head around in there. You don't need to do everything. And Edward, also, I haven't learned how to use Substance Designer. Will that be? No, you don't have to learn everything. I would say, like, from past few years I'm already doing, designer and not designer, sorry, Blender and Unreal and Speed Tree. That's what my life was from past few years. Even I was a world artist, so basically I scatter assets in the scene. I make levels, I make world, right, natural world basically. So all the assets were made by foliage artists, plant artists, and props were made, buildings were already made. So I was making a level, right? So it's just engine work. I did not even open 3D software for years. And forget about Zebra. Zebra, I don't even remember when I opened it. Um, and Pragya asked, I don't know how to make trees. It's okay. I'm here. I'm the tree guy. So that also we can keep it in the topic. And some people, because post-apocalypse, a lot of trees and the fantasy and any organic urban trees gonna be there. Foliage gonna be there. So we can focus 1 week on just foliage. How long this bootcamp will like? Approx week counts. It depends on your concept art as push. So as I said, 10 weeks to 12 weeks, good enough for any environment, right? With this support and with the feedbacks and everything, surely I will push you. You put more work in there. Surely will be finished. It depends on what type of environment you have. So if you have posted already in the check-ins, I can check. And when the next week we're gonna start with the blockouts, I can give you a rough estimate by looking at the concept art, like how long it will take me. So you just add like 10, 15, 50, 60% time to that, or double it up basically, to see how long that will take. But roughly, I would say like 8 to 12 weeks is good enough for any type of environment. But not any, like, there are people, if gonna people are gonna pick open world, gonna surely gonna take a lifetime. I don't suggest that. Pick something which have fixed things in cameras, not infinite canvas basically. Shekhar said, I want to have an idea. If someone works on 7 hours daily, how much time something like this should take for an experienced artist? What I have made, if that I have to recreate, I would say I can finish it in a month. If I give 7 8 hours daily, I can finish it easily in a month. I would say less, because nothing is there. Is because now there are I would use brushes, I will use resources from the internet. I will not try to create everything by myself. This Quixel Megascan shader is good, and there are already so many shaders available. You get free landscape shader by Mavi, which is the one of the best people. You get free asset packs, so you download it, use the materials and everything and props from there. Why create everything from scratch? That's one mistake I did. I created everything from scratch, but it helped me learn all those stuff, right? But you don't have to do it in one go, right? You can create more environments later on. You can learn certain things in certain exercises. And so yeah, so it depends on again the environment scale. But what I have made, those I can make it in a month if I work full time on those. Farhana, substance designer, so I need to no, you don't have to. Don't overwhelm yourself. I know. And the previously when I started boot camp, people say, "Oh, it's so overwhelming." Don't overwhelm yourself. You just need two software in the start: Blender or any 3D software, Unreal. That's it. Done. Okay, done. Okay, you don't need to create textures. Textures you can use from internet. You can use asset from the internet. You can use resources from the internet and create your environment. So we are building a scene, and you tell that in your portfolio. I use asset from there. I build a scene, and that's one thing. Like when Quix Megascan was free, I don't know why they made it paid, but when it was free, so many people made these scenes. Right? They just took the assets and dump it into the Unreal. And it's like, oh, environment. But my problem was with that was like you have to focus on composition, storytelling, and showcasing a level, like a workable level. Right? There should be a design. There should be a basic set dressing to showcase that okay, this is the idea. It's not a random set dressing or random scene. it have a story, it have a purpose, and it is used, and there are people exist or not, right? So stuff like that. So it's basically you focus on composition and big picture, not on small debris, that matchbox that laying around on the floor. And that's yes, surely, Milan. That's what. Just create what is seen. No need to. It's focused in the games also, right? So you will see there is uh, nothing beyond the wall, basically. For instance, be good to node-based. Well, I'm good with node-based software. That would not be a problem. That's okay. Yeah, good, good. That's perfect, perfect. But I'm just saying, like, no need to overwhelm, basically. Designer, nice. We have designer already here. Hey, does all the textures have to be made from scratch or painted or designed? No, you can use resources, just credit them. There are so many CC0 textures library also, like textures heaven, ninja textures. I believe there are more, eBay texture library, and there are so many which you can use. Just credit that you use it textures from there. Even megascan you can use, it's fine. And uh, so I can put a deadline time goal for its completion. Okay, yeah, of course, it's a completion of Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's better to have a deadline for yourself, um, but not to stress by deadline. Also, some people need the deadline. I know this like we need to finish it. I can help you with that if you struggle with that. It's like I need this thing, so I can make a steps. Okay, everybody have to finish this thing by this thing. But again, I hate to myself. I hate to sit in a pressure cooker. Why I put someone else on the pressure cooker? No? And where is I guess more time since around 3 4 hours. Yeah, that's fine. Edward is good enough. 3 4 hours are also good. Even if you give 2 3 hours every day is fine. On the weekend you can put more. Yeah, Ellipse. Yeah, there are still many of the free, but I don't know why they put in there. But there are like still some packs are there, which are good enough. Uh, okay, yeah, life is yeah. We have to. Don't worry, you don't need to only one. I recommend you to very small. Yes, yes, Rodrigo. Awesome. Yeah, there's start small. Even diorama. I suggest like making diorama. Okay. Shekhar said, apologies for sound naive, but when you mentioned that artists worked on the environment for a month, I felt a bit relieved. Do clients typically pay that much for the one environment? Like that payment thing is differ, like based on the if you're in the on the freelance, like yeah, I recently got an email by a client. They said like I need to set dress a level. Basically, they have a block out. I need to set dress and make it look beautiful, and they gave 1 month. They have 1 month deadline, and they pay for it. It's not very lavish, but it's good enough, right? Uh, yeah, so start with the fixed camera. Once you have get a hang of it, like creating a working level is also not that difficult because you already have props and you already have assets. So set dressing them and placing around in the level is not that hard job. The main intake from should be the skill you should learning so you can apply to the future project. Yes, awesome. Yeah, that's true. Your link got vanished. How? From Discord or from the chat? In fact, the link sharing is disabled by YouTube. It's not we did it. They did it by themselves, I believe, to reduce the spamming or fishy links. So you can post in the chat. You can do that space.com stuff like that. I will do .com by myself. Okay. So just post the link, the front part, don't put .com. I will put the .com or just put space in there. I will replace the space with a dot and I will open the link or put it in the Discord chat in the discussion, and that will be best. Let's see if people are asking in there. um, and refresh the page. Couldn't attend. It's okay, Chris. Oh, it will be available there. You can join in there. You can join next time maybe. Uh, anyone basically Unreal. Awesome, Jim. Thank you very much for supporting the community. I'm going to make a thread with the basics. We'll update the post. Awesome. Thanks, Jim. And okay, so let's see in the chat. Okay, awesome. So let's as we have a good understanding of this thing. Okay, I hope you understand like what all the different uh, uh, all the different aspect of this thing. For the instance, I'm gonna show you CGMA. Okay, and I will show you basically different steps in that. Okay. Where is it? Came out. Environment. So there are different areas in environment art, right? So there are so many. They have different type of environment and structure, but I believe where is the basic environment intro to E5, I believe. Okay, and let me, because there is nothing in between. They have organic world building, and then they have modular, but there is nothing in between. But yeah, so let's leave it as that. So there, like, let me quickly show you if that helps. Maybe. Mm, okay, this one. Okay. So this is like from CGMA intro to Unreal. So basically, Unreal interface we're not going to cover. So just watching simple Unreal interface tutorials in there. Asset import again. Not gonna we're gonna do it. So but it will be covered. So basic stuff surely. Just everything will be covered in there once we import. Um, I don't know. This is okay. Nothing much. Nanite is like too much. People made it too complicated. There's nothing too much in the Nanite. Okay, so very simple. Okay, and their material and shade and everything, and simple lighting materials and everything. A scene setup. Pretty much it in there. But in between, we're gonna cover all the different workflows. Basically, from uh, after scene setup, basically we're gonna cover all the modular vegetation, all the other stuff. Basically, we're gonna cover. Where is my concept dot? Yeah, here, right? So we're gonna cover like if someone want to do the modular, we're gonna do the modular stuff. If someone want to do the foliage and trees, we're gonna cover that. If someone want to do rock, we're gonna cover that. Stuff like that. So in between, we're gonna fill the gap. Okay. Maybe next time I will, next session on Friday, I will make this chart much more easier so to talk about, so I can share the screen all the time and then people can read. But this I wanted to keep it open and see how it goes. But I'm happy to see the response by everybody, and everybody is happy. um okay, yeah, sure, share in there. Have you shared? mm, yeah, go, it's already shared. Okay. Okay, we'll talk about it. And let's go through the chat. Uh, Learning will be the main. Yes, that should be the main goal. Learning, and I will also learn with you guys. I'm also learning a lot of stuff, so you keep supporting me also. And I also want to refresh all the things I learned till now. And we'll be going with a small, awesome. Will be perfect. Already started searching for a new concept. A diorama seems to be good option. Those yeah, I'll share you some things like how to pick. Basically, one concept art link I shared above, right? I will share it in the chat again, also like all the links basically you can do. But I will share another thing. Rafal, awesome. But mostly educational, but I would suggest an interior or exterior for a learning hub. Thank you. If you want to learn just to create environment, I will say pick interior and much more simpler. Don't go for interior with the lesser props, with the less complex uh, scene basically. So like imagine make something fresh. Like if you see in my portfolio have the out of order, that's a good scale of environment which you can make. I will share in a while to share. um, yeah, I got it. I got a ghost from there. I have opened up. Pragya asked like, what is your advice for the people who don't have a high end PC? Please don't say just buy a new PC. Pragya, buy a new PC. No. I'll wait, I'll show. I have the same option. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. High five. So yeah, Pragya, let me again get back to the screen. Okay. Kush, we'll talk about this. Just give me a second. This one, this environment, even if I go back, okay, my portfolio from this one, this scene, this scene, this scene, this scene, all of them were done in laptop. Spiron 7560. This one. How to see the, yeah. So I would say if Unreal Engine 5 is not supported by your system, use Unreal Engine 4. It's totally same. You don't have to. It's just Nina and Lumen. It's just nothing much. Okay, don't use Unreal Engine 4. It's totally fine. Okay, and you see it's not that powerful. It have i7, but it's equal to i5 of the computer, and it have 32 gig RAM. It have, right. Mine has 16 GB. I put 8 GB extra. It was 24. Then, uh, and then yeah, it is like, look at this. You know how many time Unreal crashed? It just like, if I it, the compilation took years in there. Okay, so this I made in my laptop, this laptop. Okay, I still have it. My brother is using it. So I swear to anything, even this scene I made in the same laptop. There was another scene which is not in there, so I can show here. If you see, so this scene was made in the same, this scene was made in laptop till the here. It was the same laptop, so I could not finish this. Is there, but this here and my North Kingdom was made in the same laptop, so no need to buy the new one, but you can still work on it. So if Unreal Engine 5 is not supported, it's too heavy, download an Engine 4. It will be fine. Okay. And then there is for the block out, basically you need to think. So if on Sketchfab, if you search DAE diorama, Okay? Or you can make diorama normally, but if you say DA diorama, so you'll find these type of dioramas on there. Okay, story wise, they're perfect, but art wise, they're not up to the mark. Okay, so what I want you to do, so if you find something which you really like in the story, I want you to reach out to them, the artists who have created it, and tell them I want to recreate in the Unreal into AAA quality. May I use your scene? They might be open enough to share this project with you, the project, but many of them are downloadable. For example, I open up this one. Okay, so downloadable, just ask them, send them a message on art session or wherever. Okay, send them a message and they say like, I want to recreate this scene. Okay, can I use this idea, like, right? So are you okay with that? I will credit you basically for the concept art, like I use the idea or concept by Ronan, right? So why I suggested basically, like, you don't have to think too much. So now you have these all different trees, so you recreate the same thing in Unreal. Okay, but using the workflow from the game. Okay, because I had some problems. I have seen this before, but I have a problem with, like, why this watchtower is inside the hut and where it is going and why it is going. So I will rather move this hut a little bit on the right and keep it there, in there, right? So you have this all the asset and props. You don't have to create all the props. So basically, these bottles and this gun and shells and everything, you can use it from Sketchfab. But all the things you cannot find or which you would love to, you make it. So I will show you how it is there. So it's about the Bigfoot. The big one is about the Bigfoot, right? And they have this trap. Okay, and you'll see there are footprints of Bigfoot, and then there are these raccoons doing raccoon stuff. Okay, you see, and there is this map for the sighting, and there are a trap at different places. Okay, and yeah, I don't know if Bigfoot is already in the scene, but you see there are raccoons. So this is the type of storytelling I love in the DA dioramas, right? So you can use this one or any of your choice. So this is the one example of scenes. Whoever is making the first scene, they can reach out to these people who have created these all these awesome dioramas. There are so many. Okay, so you can pick one and ask them the reply. Good. Take it, recreate it in Unreal. If you're not sure how to create it in Unreal, I'm there. Okay. So I'm there to help. Watch my previous bootcamp demo videos. You will get the idea how to recreate this thing in Unreal. Right. And yeah, even if they're not able to share, you just say, look, I took the idea from the Sketchfab from this scene. Like, imagine you want to use some scene is there, but it's not downloadable. Right. So you say, like, I use this idea from there and you recreate it. Okay. Otherwise, you can go to Silk Road. I just I just let it be there. Okay. So yeah, so that is there. If there is any question, let me just quickly see. Is it no? It's not digital asset exchange. Is it digital asset exchange? What? Let me see. I don't remember. This and it's art and entertainment something. It's not digital asset exchange, but it's a progress is there. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So cool. And do we have? No, 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 no. Not DAE format. It's not DAE file format. It's a institute basically. DAE is an institute. It's a if someone have put DAE art. Wait, let me search. So if we are while we are here, don't want to do, but um, art school. Yeah, here. So this is digital art and entertainment. Okay, so this is there. So they have this full 3D course. So this one is their first week's assignment. This was like, it's a this is good. This first week assignment is good, right? So because they put a story and you everybody have to create this unique thing. So if I create a academy or a school, I will do this also. This is this is a unique exercise. And then first they create it in Blender or somewhere, then they recreate it in the in the Unreal. That's what I will do. If I miss something, um, yeah. So this is there, and what I was going to, we were going to look at how long it will take to make this one. Okay, so really good because there are like some references. They did already did the most of the job for us. Is this the other side of the wall? Okay, this is there. Okay, so okay, because this have a lot of asset work, but can be reduced. So for block out, 1 day is enough, right? And there is mostly wood, metal, hay, right? So you can use unique textures or tileable textures for this. So wood, tileable wood texture can go anywhere. So you need to create 3 4 textures, and I think the 90% of the things, 90% of the environment will be covered. So if you keep it focused on this camera, right, and this is just mostly in the modeling work, like to showcase this planks and other things. So that is the modeling work is needed, and this barrels and tires and everything, these props you can find on Sketchfab, and you can retexture it and just bring it in here, like set dressing and anything. And hay is simply one another texture asset, is easy. So this type of oil lamp and everything you can also find in there. So I believe it can be done in a month easily. Yeah. But if you, again, if you know what you're doing and if you know what to do, like for me, I have in my head like how I will do it. But basically, like, so you need to model everything, like everything in there, and then you make tileable texture and map them on the top of the tileable textures, and then you blend it. All these paint job and everything can be decals, could be decals or could be blended, right? So and yeah, and the rest of things are the prop work. So that you can find the number plates. There are the number plates, different number plates, and put it there, and different stickers and everything put it there, right? Some different set dressing. So not a biggie. So you can easily do it. Yeah. So this basically, so you might struggle like building the camera angle. You don't need to create exact camera angle. So if you're struggling with the size, you know there is a van standing there. This have a scale basically. So from there you can take basically different in there. So you will already find this Volkswagen van on Sketchweb. So you can use the model to find the scale of all the other things, right? And even this steps might seem too big, so you can create more steps in there. So no need to stick with to super thing, but keep the camera angle in there, like you want to showcase that much. And yeah, I don't think it's too difficult. But you have this thing, and what, so there is these two, the barrel and this thing is good. You have this, they have shown this side as well, and this is the door, I believe, this one. And but oh, maybe this door, maybe they get out from, right? And what building this is it barn or is it something else, right? So you get some, there are some references, the shack and everything, so it's good. So they have already done most of our job in there. So this type of thing we can do it in our next week in the sessions, where we're gonna break down different environment if we're not sure how to do things, basically. Okay. Um, go watch. Like let me show. Like I have said it like 4 times already, so I will just basically show you where to go. So okay, so if you haven't subscribed the channel already, subscribe and watch some videos. Okay, we are halfway to the monetization path. Also, go berserk, watch all night, so it will be awesome. So we in there, and this art talks are there if someone is interested in talking, sharing their journey, their struggles, their things. So we have art talks, we can have one-on-one. I can help you find your career path, help you clear your doubts, and that is recorded for this thing, so you can listen to it. If that interests you, you're open to do it, come in and yeah, get featured in there. But in there, like we have already posted, if I go to the videos, I already posted this boot camp. The second one will be on the way, right? But it's already, the full videos are already here. Okay. So here, okay. So the bootcamp one, environment planning, where we discuss how to plan everything, right? And here is the when we started blocking out. so it's from scratch, okay. And here I use the props and everything from SketchUp. Did not make any prop, but environment I made. And then we set dress and made it in Unreal, and then we applied basic tileable textures again. Download from there, I showed how to texture one prop and how to use tileable textures, and then we had it and did basic lighting. So whatever you see in the thumbnail is what we had the end result of the demo basically. Is from last year basically, in there. So yeah, so you can watch in there, and then yeah, this is what we are here awesomely. And yeah, in there, and then we can cut that video. We're cutting the video and posting in there. Second will be there. Yeah, most of you guys. So this one you can watch in there. And if you want to go more back, not the here playlist, I will show you in the playlist basically. Dragon rice, where is dragon rice? Here, this one. So this one is the Dragon Rice challenge from Art Station. So it's from here, from idea to almost 80-90% finished. I did not create it because I was rushed to finish the environment to submit it for the thing, which I could not in the end. But this is end here. Right? So if we're planning to redo this as well, so I'm planning to finish this recording. Maybe we'll pick it up. So you can watch this also. It's already there. And people complain that why it's too long, like 1 hour 2 hour is there. But honestly, if you cannot spend time watching and creating this thing, the environment art is not for you. You cannot, you need patience, and you need to put time. You need a lot of time. It's not a small field, and there are so many different workflows and different departments inside the environment art. So if you don't have patience to work on an environment, then you cannot basically, don't do it. And awesome, awesome. Is there any other question before we go? And I believe we already have 1.5 hour or almost 2 hour mark we have reached. Anyone have any question? I'm all yours. Let's see on Discord if someone have asked anything. Nice. Only thread. We will create another thread maybe so people can uh, make it. So we'll move the things there, but it's awesome. Awesome. So my environment that I created took me 4 months. Yes, Rodrigo. It's really like even in my North Kingdom, is one of my most praised environment out of my all works, and that took like on and off like 8 months after I finished it, from the day I started it. So because I didn't know how to do things, so I did some small environment in between the challenges, participated in challenges, and finished some ugly environment, but those turned out to be good. So then I applied those same learn things on the thing. And Rice said, how much career overlap would you say there will be between environment and the prop artist? Prop artist is on the way to environment art and character artist. So prop artist is the basics. Basically, everybody need to know how to make props, right? And then anyone, then you learn a few more things. There are like very small mindset shift you need to have to become an environment artist basically. So prop artists focus on props, small things, big things, whichever it could be. Environment artists focus on larger picture, they focus on scene, and then it slowly start to get into level designer, level artist, and world builders basically. So that's how it progressed. That's how I was making props, then I made camera focused environments, then I made levels, then I made worlds, then the whole open world levels basically I was in charge of at one point. So that's the progression. But now if you tell me to make a small prop, I cannot, because that my mindset is on the big pictures now, right? So that's the mindset shift you have to have. So reusing things, and how smartly you can utilize the same things in multiple areas, how you can make the scene look good without focusing on small things, how it look in the camera angle, like that's what matters, the composition, lighting, storytelling, or player navigation. Like players should see where they have to go, so that environment part comes in there. Yeah, 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 Ashwin. Awesome. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to having fun. And yeah, you guys all have in there. So I will create the channels. Okay. Like the feedback channel one. Basically, every session will have a separate thread for that. Everybody will post in there for feedback. Like for next week, it will be blocking out the environment. So everybody will post like, I want help, I want help. I don't know how to. So I will just break it down for them. And we will make a blockout. And I already have made a blockout for my scene already through the live which I was doing in the previous weeks. But I will show it in your scene how to do it, and then we'll pick it up from the detail my scene from there. Okay. And Rodrigo shared something. Let's share with everybody. Rodrigo. Yep. Wait. Let me check. Rodrigo shared. We'll share Rodrigo with everyone. Here, see Rodriguez portfolio. Everybody follow each other. Awesome. There's new people joining in. Everyone, and how do I have login? Why? Wait. Um, love it, Rodrigo. Loving the pots. Nice. I love. I love the foliage. Like, if you want to collaborate with me on the foliage thing, I would love to because I might get foliage projects. So if you know speed tree and good at making foliage, we can collaborate. Okay, so we'll collaborate on a project, and then if once the project comes, and we can work on together. See, work opportunities. So that's also like one end goal. Like if we build a good community, we have some good artists in there. We can create a project, make a channel. Right when the project come, we all work on it together and we share the fruits. Uh, Being an environment artist, what extra skill set that you have picked and help you in this path to refine your work more? Again, as I said, like focusing on big picture is one thing which really helped, because I did not like or enjoyed working on small props. I wanted to do more. Right, there is like so many things, and it's uh, and even on the previous jobs, I made blockouts of all the levels, basically all the things. Did not make the beauty thing. So that's what I enjoyed, basically working on big picture and things. Not everyone can work on the all the things, so you need that mindset shift to coming from prop to working on environment. And I know people don't understand sometimes like how to work on this thing, but it's really easy. Like once you make one environment, you make your head around how to break an environment into and how to make a level. Once you have made one level, and the rest of things are easy. It's just like then things just keep adding up. Like I remember like you were there also, right? So we worked on Walking Dead. So then that's the first time got to work as a level artist, right? So we had modular buildings, and then we set dress and play some props. That's the very first instance and I really enjoyed it. And then I went home and started making these things. My laptop could not support the level, so that's why I kept it focused on the camera, right? But I really wanted to make a level. So the Dragon Rise I showed is the first attempt to make a level, playable level, right? So then you slowly go on top, right? uh, and Yeah, so that's the one mindset shift, right? So you don't focus on small details, you focus on big picture and larger composition in the scene. So you see the paintings and everything, right? You study that composition. I think that's shift you need, and that's what skill set really helps. And progress, where should we post our daily progress and ask question? Yeah, so that again, like I will make 2 3 channels again on the Discord. One for each artist will have their own thread. They will keep their progress in there, and second will be feedback request. Each session will have post in there, and then everybody will post inside the thread for the feedback. for that session particularly. And if it's for the third channel, will be for the workflow. So the workflow will be like each post will be different workflows, right? Which will, while we are moving forward, we're gonna keep adding more and more and more, and then people gonna vote on it. Okay, right? So whichever have the highest vote, we're gonna pick and we're gonna work on it. And yeah, so we don't have to repeat. So if someone wants to learn the same thing, we're gonna pick, say, okay, here's the video, we covered that thing, so you can watch that. So yeah, so that's basically there. And you post your daily thing in your thread. For feedback request, you post it in the feedback request. It will be a bit easy for me to do it for each session, because like if someone says, I need feedback, then I have to go their thread and look for which one they want. So for the session thread, it will be nice, everyone will post in there. So whoever can make it or cannot make it, or need just feedback, cannot make it to the session but need feedback, they can post it there. So we'll try to cover up as many as possible from there. So I recommend everyone to be present, because you learn from other feedback also. And that's like another tip, or a career guidance I will leave you with. When you are part of someone else's problem, right, and then it become your problem also. And when they will learn, they will figure it out, they make they find a solution of it, they learn from it, and you will also. So now you have a double experience basically from the one thing. So the more different threads you will watch, if they have a problem, you try to find a solution, you give them solution if you have, then you are also a part of it now, and that made it your experience also, right? So when in one interview someone is going to ask you something which is not in your portfolio, but is something you have dealt with in the past, you can answer it. It really helped me in my career, because I seek the problems basically. So if I see some of my colleagues and friends, and Milan, we work together, Milan and I work together on this Dhruva, he might know like how open I was to talk to anybody, like even if it's from characters, from concept art or level or tech art, I talk to everybody and I ask them questions, like what is the problem. Okay, so even if I don't have a solution for that, I will go back after a few days. I'll ask them, did you find a solution? And they will gladly tell me, oh, this was the solution for that problem. So now you have this one extra FAQ, that how to solve that particular problem, and that is your experience also now. So yeah, it's a fun little thing you can learn from. So this is considered 1 week one. Under Rock said, what is due exactly next week? Blockout, or we are still finalizing ideas? So this is just a Q&A. So I'm just explaining how the whole thing will go, and how we gonna do things. So next week is gonna be the blockout, which gonna be the first week one. Okay, next week is the week one. This is week 0. Okay. So, T asks, I'm currently trying to find a job as a junior environment artist. I'm joining a bootcamp to improve my portfolio. Is there anything else you would recommend to help to work in the industry? As I said, be so the job industry is tough, I know, and that's why I started this thing also, to help everybody to learn. And I don't want to anyone, but we had internships, like non-paid, right? But we help people getting the experience, like if, because we saw so many posts needed that experience. So we are doing the same thing, where people are working on our project. Basically, there you work on internship with other people, or you work on revenue share projects on Unreal Forum, Unity Forum, or Polycount. You will find people or developers who need artists to work on things. Right? They might have asset pack, but they don't know how to make levels and environments. So you help them make that environment. So once the game, even if you don't publish, they will have a playable game at least, right? So you put that in your portfolio, right? So that's the extra thing. And even though I had this idea also, like to making the group projects with all the people, right? So we club them like five people to make one single environment, if it's make life easier for everybody. So imagine one person it taken one environment to make 2 months. Five people can together make it in 1 month, right? And in 2 months you can make two environments and everybody can share it. So you can work on the things, like some people can work on props, some people can work on environment, some will work on textures, some on foliage, so that we can do it afterward also in the second part of the bootcamp. Maybe after this bootcamp we can do that. Maybe community projects basically we can make. Okay, so that's in there. So I would say, like, learn the skills, gain the experience. I already said multiple ways you can gain the experience without joining a job. And keep working on portfolio and keep applying. And if you need any resume advice or anything, on our TopMate page, which I shared before, we have free portfolio review and resume review. You can sign up. And we also have career counseling. I have art talk. Basically, we talk about the problems. Again, if anyone interested to talk about that, is in there. Okay. And Milan, again, one more guy will be joining. Hope May, finger crossed. Great. We cross path again. Happy to see you again. Yes, man, Milan. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for staying in touch. It was great to hear from you. And yeah, uh, whoever want to join again, that's why I kept it. Now I will keep it open. And now there is no restriction, but there are like two-way step. Basically, they grab it, there's already step to follow to join in there. And there will make this step thing already going on, will give them their own page, and they can start from start, basically. And even though we have reached halfway, they can start from start. So this will become a loop. So I will try to make it more smaller. So there are no multiple steps, there are less steps. So yeah, so people can, yeah. To gaming. What? Sorry, I cannot pronounce. Check Discord. And where should I check in Discord? Mm, in the where? Where should I check in the Discord? Okay. Farhan, I'm working professional, but I still stuck in modularity. It's okay, Farhan. We'll get you unstuck. It's okay. We all get stuck in places, but it's glad that I'm always here to support this wonderful communities here. And I love everybody is commenting already and talking to each other and sharing things. It's awesome discussion. Okay. And yes, so there is a thread. Yes. And that should I check, or should I check the this collection? Collection. Wait, let me try opening this collection. So this is your are these your concepts you picked? You want to talk about those? And Edward said, "Okay, I'll log off." Yeah, yeah. Uh, uh, we are going to end this off. So we already 2 hours mark. Okay, so let's not prolong it. But yeah, uh, we will discuss the concept art in the next one, maybe. Okay, on Friday we can discuss these things. Your concept art. Okay. We can discuss it offline also, if you need help with picking up a concept art. Okay, we can do that. Or if you watch the bootcamp demo, so I use this tool to vote between two concept arts. So you can put all the images and you can pick between the two images. So you can keep picking, and then it's gonna tell like which one ranked higher, comparing the two concepts. So they can help you decide. Basically, it's like coin flipping, but multiple times. Right. But if you're still not sure, like you can ask the community. Community can vote also, and then that can help you. But you have to pick your concept art, which helps you. Okay. Edward, thank you very much for joining in, and hope you have a wonderful stay. And I will try to do some session earlier, a little bit. We'll see. Okay. And yeah, everyone, thank you very much for joining in. On Friday, we're gonna do it again. There will be a little bit of repeat, but more planned repeat. I'm gonna finish this more quickly and then leave for the more questions. And if you have more things to say and ask, I will be there. Okay. And again, thank you very much for joining in today. It was wonderful to chat, to see you all lovely people in there. And thank you very much for making the community more engaging. I love to see people commenting already, and that makes me so much happy. So, again, thank you very much. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.